W. Too far. Hello. Hey, good evening. Welcome. I was just picking some music to set the mood. Setting the mood for dinner. Okay, it's kind of too loud. Okay. Welcome, guys! It's been forever! I was gonna stream a couple days ago, but then it didn't work out, so I'm back. I'm thinking of cooking steak, but then I wasn't planning on cooking this up until like 10 minutes ago, so I accidentally put it in the freezer this morning, so it's frozen. So I don't know what to do with that. Pinky smash? Nice. Type of person to eat steak with ketchup? No! Kombucha! I forgot that I bought this. I'm getting, might be able to do a motorcycle stream, maybe? We'll see, because I got like a motorcycle mount thing. Then I can't talk to you at all. And then I can only play that one song. Also, I'm documenting what I'm eating for, Instagram. No, I forgot to bring my scale inside. Dang it. Dang it. We have to go get the scale out of my car. New glasses, Koi Sauce. Yes, new glasses. I got 3 pairs of new glasses. This is one of them. Let's go to my car. Let's go. But I'll turn the lights on. I'm gonna keep the lights off for anonymity. Spooky! I can't see. Hopefully I don't trip over anything. Ooh. Now we're at the Prius. Hopefully I stay connected to the Wi-Fi. Now we acquired the scale. Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see. Absolute horror. What can I... Something. The wedding was good, Shablagoo. The wedding was cool. I discovered a new drink that I didn't know existed, and it was super delicious. It was called a Tom Collins. It was super good. But I was tired at like 7:30 p.m. And then everyone was like, no, it's a wedding, it's a wedding. It's a wedding, you have to stay up, it's a wedding. So I stayed up till 3:30. And oh, good. I didn't get the Tom Collins in the special glass though. I just got the Tom Collins in the plastic cup. Okay, now I'm gonna have some kombucha. Oh. Whoa, it's already speaking to me. Cheers. Yum. Yeah, I have a suspicion that this Tom Collins was not the way that you're supposed to make the Tom Collins, because it tasted like a bunch of sugar. I originally didn't even want to get it because it looked like it would be gross, but based on the description, but then I got it and it just tasted like sugar, so it was very good. Drinking kombucha at 7 p.m.? What do you mean? Is there a time limit on kombucha? What do you mean? Hey guys, hey! A ducky raid? Hey, ducky, thank you for raiding! What the flip? Welcome! Oops. Oops. Hey! We just started! Thank you, ducky! How was, the stream? Rage quit Hollow Knight? Dang. I wanted to play Hollow Knight tonight, but I don't really have time. I'm gonna drive to LA after this. I'm missing it though, for the first time ever. I'm like, oh my gosh. Craving that, PC stream. How far have you gotten in Hollow Knight? If you have spoilers. Thank you for the bits, Jay-Z. And Caitlin Witcher made me a VIP on her stream. She's a bit shy to tell me. What a sweet pea. What a sweet bean. Oh. What does that mean? Like one of those recommended things when you're not playing? She did not get far. Also, Isaac, thank you for the bits. Love from upstate New York. I'll check her out. I'm pretty sure I follow Caitlin. But, I have not been on Twitch lately. Yes, I do. What a W. Sometimes. Sagarol, thank you for the Prime sub. And the Blue Wolf, thank you for the Gigantified. And the True Matt Stew, thank you for the 5 gifted. And Pixel Pixie, thank you for the renewal. And the True Matt Stew, another 5 gifted. Dang, I like don't get any alerts when I do it like this. Oh, you can see my crooked ass hairline. What the hell? Don't look at that. Steffi, thank you for the resub. Mammoth Kids, thank you for the sub. And the True Matt Stew, thank you for resubbing on your own. A wee little tune. All right. Yay! I feel like my forehead is a regular size. I'm not even gonna lie. It's pretty, not like that. Actually, it looks, I just shaved the ends of my eyebrows off, so it looks a little bit bigger. I think as someone who used to be really self-conscious about their forehead, I'm honestly no longer self-conscious. Like, someone could be like, oh, big ass forehead. It wouldn't bother me. But I used to be very self-conscious, like as a child. Also because I used to wear a super tight ponytail every single day for like 10 years. And I think that gave me tension baldness or whatever. But I always am very aware of how much space people have right here between their hairline and their eyebrows. Some people, it's like right there. There's like no space. I got a lot of space. A lot of space for activities. Or whatnot. Anyway, I did shave off the ends of my eyebrows. Bashar, thank you for the resub. Got any grapes? Thank you for gifting to Ducky Cars. Thank you. And the True Matt Stew, thank you for another community gifted. I need to put on deodorant because I just took a shower. But I didn't put on deodorant. And I've been traveling nonstop. So I have the deodorant right here with me. Yay! I don't want that stinky stink getting into my shirt. Toes Booty, welcome. God. Roadhouse. Ew, stinky. Frick! All right, I need to get regular deodorant. This is not my first meal. This is my 3rd meal of the day. The fumes are killing me. The fumes. I'm thinking of cooking this steak. It's pretty frozen, but I feel like because you can basically eat steak raw, I'll just like cook it frozen and it'll heat up as I'm cooking it and it'll crisp the outside and the inside will remain raw and it'll be good, I think. In theory. I'm not gonna ask if I'm wrong. Diamond Gym. Man, they be making new gyms every other day. What the flip? What the flip? Every time I open my phone. A Nuevo Gym. Diamond Gym. It says it's in New Jersey. Absolutely not. Oh, it looks actually really cool. It looks old. Looks like it's got some musk in there. I don't know if this is the right one. Let's see how far away it is. It's not telling me. The Rizzler territory. It's literally not loading. Directions. Give me some time. Thank you. Thank you. We use roll-on in South Africa, not deodorant. Is it not deodorant though? Dude, are you guys using those crystals? Are you guys using those crystals that you just wet a little bit and then it's supposed to be deodorant? Because that shit does not work. That's a wet crystal. That's wet salt. And that doesn't work. I did use jujitsu. I did jujitsu for a pretty long time. No, I've never considered LASIK. My mom tells me to get LASIK all the time, but at the 1% chance, like the 1% chance something goes wrong and you get that terrible, super intense, chronic dry eye, people have, am I allowed to say this? Killed themselves in a video game because the dry eye was so bad. Plus, I like glasses. I like glasses. I've always liked glasses. Even before I knew that my eyesight was bad, when I was like in preschool, I used to wear fake glasses. I was a poser! I was a poser back then. I used to wear fake glasses. And then my eyes went bad because I wouldn't stop staring at the sun because I thought that I was different. Testament old as time. I was not different. Yeah. Ooh, manifested. Hey! My eyesight's actually not that bad though. I keep meeting people with like, there was someone in the chat, I don't remember who it is, had negative 20? Negative 20. That's definitely blind. No offense. No offense. My power has not changed for a while. I don't think. I stopped going to the doctor though. I just ordered these online because I was like, you know what? I don't need to talk to you. I can do it myself. So, I don't think it's changed for a while. Also, my eyes kind of lined up so they're both the same intensity and my astigmatism went away. I literally beat astigmatism. I literally used to have astigmatism and then I grew the fuck up. What can I say? My eyeballs reformed into the correct form. W's in the chat. Thank you guys. My eyes literally reshaped into the correct shape. Koi sauce, I'm so sorry. I don't know how it happened, but my doctor was like, hey, your astigmatism went away. And I was like, dude, I'm goated. So I feel like I don't need the doctor. I could just, yeah. That's all. Lifting heavy. Just grow out of it. That's what I did, Toast. I was like, you know what? I'm done having astigmatism. I'm over it. I don't want to do this anymore. So I stopped. It's that easy to quit. The power is in your hands. Manifest your reality. What made me do jujitsu? Great question. Thank you for the redirect. No real good reason. There was just a jujitsu studio down the street from my parents' house. So after I quit doing gymnastics, I was looking for something to do. Obviously, because previously that was like 4 or 5 days a week for 3.5, 4 hours per day of training. So I really felt like I needed to fill my time with something. So I tried to dance, but I felt too awkward. I wish I kept dancing. I had a friend who took up dancing and now she's such a good dancer. It's my friend Elena. I didn't do it though, so now I suck at dancing. But I can put someone in an arm bar if need be. So works out. Pixel, thank you for the bits. Thank you. Do I like exploring post-apocalyptic looking places? Yeah, I guess. There's not a ton near me though. I usually just go to the tunnels. It's basically like a sewer. I just like to go there and I'm like, hey, I'm in the tunnels. Sometimes I bring people there. I think it freaks them out and I really enjoy that. So, yeah. I would bring you guys to the tunnels, but there's no service, so. I'd win in a fight, but not a dance battle. Exactly. Exactly. The abandoned missile launch site near LA. I've never heard of that. I do need to look that up. Apparently there's a few abandoned places. I think the coolest abandoned place I ever went to was in Alabama. There was an abandoned neighborhood. It was a neighborhood of like 12 houses that were all like in a line, and it was overgrown in the forest. And I went there near Halloween time, and me and my friends were like, ooh, we're gonna go ghost hunting. And I wasn't very afraid of ghosts, but I was like, you know what, there might be crackheads living in these houses, because that's what I would do. That's what I would do if I was in that very unfortunate situation. So we went. There were definitely people living in those houses, for sure. We sifted through some of the stuff that was probably fucked up. I stole a pair of old earrings that I don't think was someone's earrings. I think someone had left it there from when they abandoned the house. And then I showed my friends, and they were like, no, you cursed us. That's a curse. You can't take that. That's cursed. We're going to be cursed. And then literally the earrings broke in my pocket and hurt me. So I threw them away. And then when we got to the end of the walkway, we ran into some crackheads. So that was how that story went. That's how that experience was. But it was really cool. I would definitely do it again. Witch! She's a witch! Stole and broke toast earrings, yes. They were cursed. They literally were cursed. You should do a grappling stream with Cyan. I don't want to get beat up, high key. High key, I don't want to get beat up. She did tell me that she grappled someone at Bradley's gym, though, and then threw up after, because she hadn't done that in, like, 10 years. So I was like, Cyan, you need to take it easy. You need to take it easy. That happens to the best of us. Happens to people when they don't grapple in a long time. Koi, no, we didn't do the Horse Girl stream. I was super bummed. We were supposed to stream it, like a bunch of people, and I was low-key... Okay, I was like, damn, I hope these people don't think I'm freaking annoying, because I hadn't streamed in like a week, so I was like, I also want to include my stream key to like share the chat, so like, you guys could also be there and experience that, and, you know, it would count. I like to like go live at least once a week, so it would like count as going live, but apparently the service was not good enough or something. There was not enough connection, so we couldn't do it, so that was a bummer. Not a single soul streamed. Nobody streamed it. It was a really interesting event. I'd never been to anything like that before. Where you just like go and everyone is making TikToks. I was like, whoa. Where am I? But it was really fun. Everyone was really cool. And I liked it because it seemed like just enough people didn't know each other to the point where it wasn't like one click and then you're like on the outskirts, you know? It was like everyone's kind of like, hey, you know? So it wasn't awkward. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. What? No one recorded for YouTube. No. Oh, my phone finally loaded to go to Diamond Gym. It's only going to take me 1 day and 17 hours. Easy! Is it worth it, guys? Is it worth it for Hattie? Is it worth it? Stop by Denny's. Closes at 10 p.m. Yes, it's worth it. Always worth it. All right, I'll show up. You can make his dreams come true. I've never spoken to the guy. I don't know if he knows that I exist, so I don't know if that's a dream. Maybe a premonition. You know, I just show up. And I'm like, hey, this is your destiny. I drove 1 day and 17 hours to be here. So, rock with it. Thank you so much, 301 Kelvy. I Double cleanse at night. Oil cleanser and then water-based cleanser. Then I spray with, what's that thing called? Not wormwood. It's called something. Something. Wormwood is like a devil. A demon. Mythical. What's it called? Dang it. Witch hazel. Yes! Thank you. Thank you, guys. Spray with witch hazel. Be aware, it's very drying, but it does wonders for me. Witch hazel, this is the night routine. And then either a little bit of retinol or just lotion. And then in the morning, rinse with water, nothing else, sunscreen. Wait. Rinse with water, nothing else, witch hazel, sunscreen. That's it. That's what I've been doing. Well, hazeling they witch. Whoa, what the hell? Woodworm is in absinthe. I was trying to look up how to make absinthe yesterday or the day before because I used to have a little pouch that you could make absinthe. It was like all of the correct ingredients and you just put it in alcohol. I got it from the Ren Fair, but I think I lost it. So I was like, dang it, how am I gonna make absinthe? So I was trying to Google it to find the company and I couldn't find it. So that's super unfortunate. Absinthe is not for the weak. I'm not the weak. That's what I'm trying to experience. Any advice for someone who struggles with routine? What are your struggles? Because I also sometimes struggle with routine. I love routine. Actually, I think when I thrived the most was when I had a regular job, a regular job. That is ironic. And when I went to school. So forced routine is my personal preference. The forced routine. The Abyss dessert. I don't know yet. I need the motivation to get into the gym. I liked going after work. But I also got off of work at 4:30. So it was like easy. Not as many people there. What am I cooking us for dinner? This frozen steak. Also, I need to pack because I'm going to LA tonight. I'm driving there after this. So I figured I'll just pack food because I don't want to not have any food. So I'm going to bring my yogurt, my fruit, and my tuna, and my sardines. Sardines tonight. Never forget the sardines. Because I keep forgetting that I have them. I keep forgetting that I have the sardines. Yummy, yummy. Okay, let's start to cook this steak. Is there like an easy way to thaw this? Should I put it in water? Oh, it's super frozen. Oh, it's not that bad. The steak was $8.63. I only buy the highest quality. Sirloin tip. Steak thin. 4 Milanese choice beef round. Here we go. Okay. Put you a little bit further. Put you a little bit further away for a second now. So that you can see the steak. Software update. Don't do that. Pretty. All right. And also record. for the Instagram. I used up like all of my butter making that steak for Cyan, so now I only have the freaking scraps of butter left. A worthy sacrifice. It was 2 whole cups of butter though. It was pretty crazy. I'd do it again. Oh. I also went and bought these spices of the world. I went and bought these spices. I'll do the smaller piece first. These spices of the world, because I was like, I only have 3 spices, so I want to get a bunch of spices. So I got tzatziki, paella, chakalaka, chimichurri, and tandoori. I think what would be good today on this? Chimichurri. I don't think that's going to work because it's completely frozen, but now let me see if I have a cover to cover this. Where the hell did my cover go? Perfect. Surely that will work out. And then, God, it does smell kind of nice, actually. Why am I cooking on a cold pan? It was actually not cold. God, the lighting. It heats up super duper quick. Because I got this crazy electric stove. Who steak? Guys, you can't make too many references because I was chronically offline up until like super recently, so I don't understand most things. I don't understand most things that people say. And I realized I try to pretend like I know, but I was like, you know what? Why fake it? I should just come clean and say, I don't know what you're talking about. I really wish that I did, but like, I don't know what that means. So, please pardon my ignorance. I'm cooking a steak. Other things I'm gonna bring. I'm gonna bring this box of Cheerios that I've had for a few weeks. Whoa! They don't call it family sized anymore. I wonder why. That has to be a political statement. They call it giant size. Whoa. Or maybe it's because it's the off-brand. They're not allowed to call it family size. I got Honey Nut Toasted Oats. Not actually Cheerios. Dude. That's weird. Okay, I think it's coming along. Just flip it over. Turn the heat down. It's only on half heat. Oh no, it's perfect. Guys! Guys! Let's put more of my spices of the world on here. Chimichurri from Argentina. Let's put that back on to lock in the moisture. Zen Gamer, but did you ever see me trying to cook the liver? That shit was crazy. But I do have milk, so I could try again. What should I put with this? Low and slow. Shoot. Put it down to 3. Sweetie Bun Bun, I did not enjoy the liver. It was completely unedible. It was the craziest thing I've ever made, and that's saying a lot because I made a lot of crazy things. It looked horrific. And coming from me, that's saying a lot. So, I didn't eat it. I'll try again though. I have 2 more livers. Okay. Then these Brussels sprouts, you can microwave in the bag. I don't know if I want to be farting a lot though. The other one's also a cruciferous vegetable though, so that'll also be farting a lot. So I'll just do this one. I think it's better with steak. 6.5 minutes. I'll put 7. We got a Jell-O hater? I was gonna make Jell-O to bring with me, but it doesn't travel very well, so I decided against that. I was gonna make Jell-O yesterday, and then I freaking forgot. And then I woke up today, and I was like, oh! I forgot to make Jell-O! Dang it! Okay, I think it's done. Should we put it on this board? Or will that be too insufferable? Hopefully you don't suffer too much. Oh shit. Jell-O is mad underrated. Okay, let's see how much steak this is. 135 grams. I'll document that. Top sirloin. $135. Perfect. I'm also gonna cook this other piece, frick it, and so I can bring it with me. Let's put on the chakalaka. Where's my kettle from? Thank you so much, Just Scott. I actually got it from a thrift store, and I realized you're not supposed to actually use it to cook. It's very rusted on the inside, so I don't really use it. I didn't realize it was decorative. I was like, why would you do that? That's stupid. So I don't know if I was just like using it wrong. What the hell happened, but yeah. It does look nice though, thank you. Guys, will it be bad if I eat the rust? Is that bad? Like, will that damage me? I'm asking genuinely. Or is it really just extra iron? Will I be okay? Can't be good, yes. Extra iron, TBH, yes. Bad. You will die? Don't eat rust? Question mark. Because I have used it. Dang it! I have used it a couple times. But while it has been severely rusted. But then I was like, you know what? I feel like I shouldn't do that. So I stopped. So I did stop. But I did use it a few times. Ah, Lord. Just tuned in. Did you get raptured? Holy shit. The rapturing trend? When did that freaking happen? I just saw that today on my For You page. I was like, what? Sometimes me and my friends will talk about this. How scarring that was to be taught, like, at any moment. The rapture's gonna happen, so be on your best behavior or you'll be left behind. And literally being, like, 9 years old and, like, sitting by yourself and the wind is just a little too still. It's just a little too quiet. And you're just like, shit, I got left behind! And then you're like, no! Dang it! I got left behind in the rapture! That used to happen. That happened to me more than one time as a child. So, I was like, dude, that shit was, I mean, it didn't bother me that much, but a lot of my friends have expressed to me that that really traumatized them in childhood. I was like, it didn't really traumatize me, but I was like, thinking, I was like, okay, how am I gonna survive now that I've been raptured, or not been raptured? Like, now that I was left behind. Imagine rapturing while being dressed as Uma characters. Holy shit. As Haru. Holy moly. Guys. Dang it! I got raptured watching this from above. Hey, shout out Jenna. Hey. I only made one Uma video, and I already posted it today. And it was basically just like a transition. It was a pretty good transition, let me show you. Oh shit. There's this video that Nora made though. Here I come! There I am! Hey! Okay. Everyone looks so cute. I felt like major imposter syndrome.
6-7, I just been on the highway.
Yeah. How was that transition? W transition. Thank you, thank you. I was pretty proud of that transition. They better have a gym in heaven. What size beef tea should I get if I'm 5'9"? Koi Milio, it kind of depends, not necessarily on your height, but the rest of you know. So I'm not totally sure. I wear a size small through triple extra large. I've worn all of them. I like the way all of them fit. The measurements, I need to make sure they're up there. It's like oversized style, which just means the shoulders are like drooping. 5'9". It really matters about the rest of ya. I don't know, maybe medium? Maybe large? I mean, I wear small to triple extra large. Chris, who's 5'8", No, he's 6 foot and like 210, I think. He can wear a small to all the other sizes, but he'd probably wear a large. I'm 5'3". I'm 5'3", and I like all the sizes. Ready for the Halloween season? No, I'm not. I'm not ready. I don't know what outfit I want to get, but I did get my first ever, let me show you. I got my first ever real, genuine corset. A genuine corset. A real one. And I don't like this, this mentality I see sometimes during the Halloween season where people are like, I'm gonna be a cool, different, quirky girl. None of this corset bullshit, man. Frick you. I wanna wear the corset. I'm gonna wear the damn corset. So I might wear that, but I might also wear something else. I usually don't dress up corset Piccolo. To be honest, that's something that I could easily incorporate into regular outfits, so yeah. Aren't corsets just vests for girls? What? Are vests only for non-girls? What do you mean by that? No, corsets are not vests. What the frick? I also have some vests. Corsets make you like cinched. It's supposed to make your waist look smaller. Anyone can wear a corset. Yeah. A strapless vest. It's actually a vestless vest, guys. It's a vest for women, but it's a vestless vest. Good question, though. Good question. Okay, let's pack away the rest of my steak. Come hither. Hither we shall, as if you had any other choice. Okay. I'm gonna wash this. Dang it. Dang it. Any idea how to get rid of fruit flies? Jay? Dude, please chat, let us know. I'm pretty sure I have freaking fruit flies. I don't even think they're fruit flies. I think they're freaking drain flies, which is even worse. And the freaking cat poop flies. They freaking go on my cat poop. Which is disgusting. But you know, being real, being genuine and authentic with you guys right now. There is like a trap that you can make that's like vinegar, water, yes, the vinegar, and then you put a funnel into a cup, and then they get trapped in the funnel. So, you gotta make one of those. Look up fruit fly trap, and it will show you. Refill. Look, there's one right there! I missed. I killed it. Sorry you had to see that. Okay. What the hell's wrong with my faucet? What do you mean? It's just old. That's a little bit dirty. Just a little bit. I clean it like periodically. You know, every once in a while, not very frequently, but like every once in a while, a regular fly will somehow get into my house. And I'm like, where the frick did you come from? How did you get in here? Who let you in? How does that happen? Are you being serious, Sam? Sorry, I'll leave. Cyan! Oh my gosh! Hi, Cyan! How's Texas? Guys, it's my friend Cyan! How was the gym stream with Esfand? I'm talking about when random flies get in your house. It's just like, how does that happen? Oh, you miss me? I miss you too. This is a good pan. Costco. I didn't tell them about the scorpions. Guys, did you know that Texas has scorpions? Like ants. You know how like an ant or like hypothetically a fly would get into your house? Scorpions will get into your house and just be there. Like, we saw 2 indoors and they were alive. Yes, like Arizona. Okay, everybody knew that. I guess I'm not overly surprised. All right, that's okay. Everybody knew that. I don't know. It kind of shocked me. So I guess it could be worse than the flies. You stepped on one before? Dude. How did you survive that? And tarantulas? We have tarantulas here too. I've actually seen quite a few tarantulas here in California. Mr. Mishap! Go get the black light to keep an eye out for them. Do they all glow in the dark? Is that a wig? Yes. What's it to you? Oh, my Brussels sprouts are done. No, I just cut my hair and then cut the layers pretty intense. God, my forehead right there is like really greasy. It's been bothering me lately. Any advice for new fitness creators? Talk. Unless you're like super duper artistic. Holy shit. Talk. Also, don't look at this. This filter is old. One time I saw a tarantula getting attacked by a tarantula wasp. Those big crazy wasps that hunt tarantulas and they have the second most painful sting in the world or something, or a bite. And that was crazy. It was attacking it. And then a bunch of kids came over and were like throwing rocks at it. And I was like, don't do that! Don't do that! It's gonna attack you! And I don't know if it did attack them, but I was pretty scared. It was pretty freaky. Don't do that! But also, low-key, part of me was like, yeah, get him! Because he was hurting the tarantula. Yes, in California. Because he was hurting the tarantula, but I think the tarantula was already a goner. So I was like, okay, you know what? Let him have it. Let him have it. This is nature. Okay, hopefully this is cooked enough. So I'm going to save that for later. a hairstyling tutorial. Mine's not very, I'm not very, okay. I can do that. Okay, now we'll put on Brussels sprouts. God, it's like 1 billion degrees. Am I good at handling hate as a content creator? Honestly, kind of. Because most of the time, I genuinely, okay, this is what I would say to do to you if you've been looking to make content and like people are hating. I do not see haters as real people. Like genuinely, I look at you and I'm like, you're not a real person. Like there's no way. There's no way. So that has helped me a lot. I just like, I don't see them as real people. Or I'll be like, in my mind, I'm like, this is someone I know. Like, there's no way this is a random person hating on me, because that's stupid. Like, this has to be someone I know personally making an account and coming to hate on me. So then I think, like, who could this be? Who could this hating asshole be? And then I'll, like, think about who it could be, and I'm like, it couldn't be anybody. Because everyone's amazing, and the world is sunshine, and haters aren't real people. So that's how I deal with that. Hopefully you can heed my advice. Why do people hate? People like to say that like they don't like themselves or they're unhappy with their own life. Maybe. I feel like it could be a kink. I don't know. Everything's a kink. It could be they're getting freaky. And I'm like, you know what? You're not allowed to do that in my chat. Unpermitted freak. So. Oh, they like to get like a rise out of people. Kink shamer. You know what? They like to get a rise out of people. Like they like to get a response. And honestly, I just can't be bothered. I'm like, oh. Personally. Okay, 119 grams of Brussels sprouts. Are you guys gonna make fun of me when I post this? And it looks like this. Holy crap. Okay, actually, a video that I did get like a bit of hate for recently was that Instagram video I made saying that like children shouldn't worry about getting shredded. And people, I was like, this is what I mean by you're not a real person. They were so intentionally missing the point. I was like, you're so stupid. Like, you're scaring me. Like, you're freaking me out. You're freaking me out. Stop. That was bothersome. That was bothersome. That was bothersome. You know, like, that actually bothers me because I'm like, there's no way. There's no way you're real. I did. It's good. It's the cause you called them babies? No. When I was 13, I was a baby. I will look at any 13-year-old and be like, you're a baby. And if you can't get over that and be like, is she calling me a 3-year-old? No, you freaking idiot. It just means you're young. Yeah, I don't think that's why people were upset. Someone kept bringing up childhood obesity. Actually, so many people brought up childhood obesity. I was like, oh my God! Literally, I'm not talking about childhood obesity. Literally, shut up. You're so like here's the point right here in front of the face, and they're like, whoa, I gotta miss that. Or people being like, my mom makes shit food. When I said just eat your mom's food, I'm like, then don't eat it. Like literally, I don't care. Like, oh my God, bro. Crazy. And people do just make shit up. There's been so many times Logan, thank you for the bit. Thank you. Be cool to see you do something with Kentucky ballistics. What is that, weaponry? What are we talking about right now? What are we talking about? Here, let me show you this. Damn it, what was I saying? My mom doesn't cook. My mom doesn't cook. So, like, me saying that, I could have been one of those people to be like, but my mom doesn't cook. But I didn't say that. Because I'm able to use my brain, unlike some people on the internet. Which is fine, it's whatever, you know. Sometimes you look at someone and be like, you have to live like this. Like, this is you as a person. I hope that it's easy, but just seeing the way that you interact with the world makes me think it might be challenging, you know? Like, I don't know. My dad cooks, though. My dad cooks, and it's good. This was the first shot of the day. Watch this. Boom! First shot of the day. Wait. Oh, wait. Here you can hear what I said. Oh my gosh.
Holy shit, I rock!
Okay, that's...
Okay,
that's what I said when I did that, because I was like, I rock! And then I proceeded to miss the next, like, 50 rounds. And I was like, dude, I just wasted, like, $100 in ammo. I literally just made that one first shot and then missed all the rest of them. It was actually insane. So, hey, but I got the first one. Spoke too soon. It was crazy. Must have been the wind. It was definitely just the wind. Okay, I'm gonna put some of this. Spice? I don't think you're supposed to put that on there like that. You should edit it with the steel ringing sound. I know, I just have a piece of paper. Just a piece of paper. Put some salt. And I'll put my sardines. Can I teach you guys how to shoot, Sam? I actually kind of suck. I only made that one shot, but I could teach you. Also, I just recently got that little smaller gun, and there wasn't a safety. And I was like, what? Do all these little small guns not have safety? I'm from California. So I was like, is it just a California thing? Because this gun was not from California. It was from somewhere else. So I was really super confused. Can someone confirm that with me? I was like, whoa. Some guns do, some guns don't. I'm just not used to that. I can't recall if I've ever seen that. Oh. I just spilled my oil. I can't recall if I've ever seen that other than on like super old ones. So I was really shocked. And honestly, a bit unhappy with that. So I was like, no, I hate that. I hate that. I hate not having a safety. I hate that. Okay. Dude. I'm super glad that this actually tastes good because I got it because it's really high in selenium. That is for me. So I think that that's like good for your skin or good for your hair or something. I keep forgetting that I have them though, so I keep not eating them. Okay. And omega-3, there we go. Steamed Brussels sprouts. I think that was 113 grams. And then I'll scan this can. I drained it though, so I'm really excited. How does that look? Liver King. Hey! Liver beef patty. Hey! Are you employed? What does it look like? I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I did season the sprouts. I put salt and right now I'm getting raptured. Holy crap. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Don't go anywhere. Should I make a tinfoil hat to prevent or to create the rapturing? Okay. Let's sit a little bit further away. I literally washed my hands! I'm just fast. I don't even know if I have tinfoil actually. I only have cling wrap. Shit! I'm screwed. I literally only have cling wrap and wax paper. I don't even have tinfoil. Frick. I'm fricked. Dang it. No 5G protection. That's literally why I am the way that I am. Dang it. Alright, let's put you here. The lighting is so bad. Also gonna record this behind the scenes, BTS. Instagram, BTS. Frick Instagram. Wait, did I take a picture of that? Let's cut the steak. perfectly done. Okay, that part's a little bit too raw. But I've eaten raw, so. Whoa! This one looks like ahi tuna. That's how raw it is. Getting freaking stuck in my teeth. I gotta chew better. A lot of people die eating steak. If I started to die, I'm sorry guys, I would end the stream. If I started to die, I'd be like, okay, we gotta end the stream. I would not allow that. The final clip. Dying while eating steak seems like a terrible way to go. What do you mean, Rain Chaos? Choking? It's okay to eat steak raw like this, though. Because as long as you cook the outside, that's where the bacteria lives. But you can't eat raw ground beef. Unless you're from Germany for some reason. That's the law. This is stupid. This is the worst plate ever. Dang it! Worms? I think I would see them. This looks like a piece of something you can't eat. So most of it's pretty well cooked because most of it was like pretty thin, but the thick part is a little sashimi-esque. I ate horse meat in Japan and it was raw. It was raw horse sashimi. So, didn't die. Okay. You heard it's good? I don't think it's like super popular. I have this childhood friend. Who is from Japan. So when I went there, she was like, hey, let's like meet up. What the hell? So I went and met up with her. And then I was like, okay, what on the menu is something that's like very unique to Japan and I should get if I'm in Japan? And she said, oh, you should get the horse sushi. So I got the horse sushi. And it wasn't bad. But you had to put like a lot of seasonings on it. So I was like, okay, is it bad? Because I can't really like taste it. In Mongolia, they eat horse meat, drink horse milk, and it's the national animal. Well, that makes sense. It's literally like the life giver animal of the country. I used to work with this Mongolian girl. She was so cool, and she spoke like 5 different languages, and she taught like 3 of them to herself. She was super cool. I think her name was like Jenny. When was the last time I ascended? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Does anyone know who Songbird is? I've been watching a lot of Songbird videos lately. Time for the daily ascension. The mukbanger, yes. So she's basically this mukbanger who mukbangs with her husband, but I was also like getting into the lore. I don't know if this is true or if it's a rumor. If it's a rumor, it's kind of fucked up. That her husband is also her cousin. I was like, guys, you can't just say that. You can't just say something like that. Guys. So I don't know if that's true. But there's that. I don't remember her husband's name. Dang it. They start with a C. Craig or something. I do actually really like him. I used to not like him. Also, everyone thinks that it's her dad. Chuck. Yes. Oh my gosh. Gutted Goulet. You know the lore. It's Chuck. But yeah, I used to not really like him because like I couldn't really get his vibe. I was like, I don't know about this guy. I don't know what he's all about. But now that I've watched a lot more videos, I'm like, you're deep in the lore. I'm like, I like Chuck. But if they are cousins, I don't know how much I can really like them. Because I feel like that's just... They also have a child together. I think the child's like 10, maybe a little bit older now. I don't know. I can't get behind that. Anyway, they mukbang. And sometimes the food is just like not good looking. Like it's really just like off-putting food. But I feel like that's kind of the appeal also. Maybe? I don't know. Also, one of the main points is that Songbird has like pretty significant marble mouth, which I think is when your cheeks, like the inside of your cheeks, have a lot of volume or something. So it's really difficult to speak and it's really difficult to understand people with marble mouth. I've known other people like that before and I feel kind of bad because obviously they can't help that. So I, don't want to be mean about it, but it was like, dude, I cannot understand you. And I don't want to ask for the 5th time, what was that? Because then it's like, I'm sure you already get that a lot. So I'm just like, I'm in a really uncomfortable situation. And I feel bad, but I'm in the situation. So, yeah. If you want to hear what marble mouth sounds like, you can look up Songbird speaking. It's just kind of like mumbling almost. Just like no enunciation. If I put a bunch of cotton balls, like that movie, The Godfather, it's like that. She looks so motherly. I feel like I think Songbird's pretty cute, actually. I think she's very cute, but she has said some kind of really weird things. They're 11th or 12th cousins. Oh, I see. I don't know what to say about that, because I don't want to be the person that's like, you're allowed to do that, but like, I think you are allowed to do that at that point. You didn't hear it from me. I wouldn't do it! But it's kind of fucked up that people are pointing out like their cousins as if they were first cousins, because that would be insane. I'm pretty sure after like 4th cousins, you can do that. You know someone with cerebral palsy and feel bad every time you ask him to repeat himself? In elementary school, there was a worker, like a playground worker that would supervise us, and he had cerebral palsy, I think. Maybe like MS? I'm not sure. He was in one of those electric wheelchairs. His name was Jeff. He was a very nice man. Children can be not the best. Not that they can help it sometimes, though. So, like, sometimes it was a little bit scary. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I've never seen this before. So, it was kind of freaky sometimes. But he was very, very nice. Yeah, his name was Jeff. Speaking of that, bully. No, not a bully. No one bullied him. Or, like, if somebody was bullying them, they would then get bullied for bullying him. But it was just scary when you're, like, 7 years old and you've never experienced that before. Speaking of that, when I went on the plane, there was this video. Not a video. It was a picture. God, what the frick? I can't get my thoughts straight. There was this picture of a woman hiking, and she only had half an arm. Like, her arm wasn't here. And there was this kid standing behind me with his mom, and I was like, I'm looking at the picture of this woman with half an arm, and I'm like, I just know this kid's gonna say something about this picture. And sure enough, he looks up at the picture, and he was like, he started laughing. He was like, she only has half an arm. And he's like super loud. And then the mom was like, yeah, sometimes that happens. And he was like, why didn't it grow back? And she was like, people can't grow their limbs like lizards, so it just didn't grow back. And that was the end of that. But like, can you imagine if you saw like someone IRL and said that? I'm sure that they would be used to that. It might happen to you. She should have said that. Should have said, if you don't eat all of your raw steak and microwave steamed Brussels sprouts, it could happen to you. Poof, in the middle of the night. The arm fairy comes and takes half your arm. Scar him for life. I hate when that happens. My favorite comment that I see whenever I watch those tunneling videos where people die really brutal deaths in tunnels. I love those videos. They're all animated and people are dying in tunnels. I love them. My favorite comment is, I hate that we all have to do this. I hate that we all have to do that. Dang, the ads raptured. Dumbfounded, no. Sam, actually, I was able to get super glue. So I glued one of my shoes, and then the other shoe broke. And then I took my shoes off. Do you guys want a bite? This is the last very raw piece. Have a bite! Dang it! Open! Have a bite! Dang it. It actually doesn't taste bad though. I saw a parasite. It's still moving. Dang, I missed a lot. Dang it, I missed a lot. Let me catch up. Birchillin, thank you for the Prime sub. K9 Lives, thank you for the bits. You made a commercial for Gorilla Mind with your university. Do you know anyone I can send it to? I feel like Gorilla Mind probably has a contact on their website, because that's how I contacted them. Or like you could DM Derek, but I'm sure he doesn't read his DMs. Or you could send it to Gorilla Mine. I don't know if they read their DMs. That's pretty cool though. Pixel Pixie, thank you for the bits. Tracky D, thank you for the resub. Kyle, thank you for the 1 community sub. Richard, thank you for the raid. That was an hour ago, so I don't know if any raiders are still here, but thank you. Toad Capone, thank you for the sub. And thank you for the 5 gifted to the community, Toad Capone. Mr. Mishap went on a freaking gifting rampage and is still going. Thank you, Mr. Mishap. That's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The 25 gifted. We'll definitely have to do a dance for that. Thank you, Mr. Mishap, for the 25 gifted. We'll do a dance. Evil Beard, thank you for the resub. I just got an ad for women's one-day vitamins. I don't think that I'm the target demo. You know what? You never know. Thank you, Mr. Mishap. Hydrate Redemption. A clip. Uh-oh. Logan, thank you for the bit. With the Kentucky Ballistic. Oh, I did see that one. Grod the Gorilla, thank you for the Prime sub. DCG the Killer, thank you for the sub. Solo Diolo, thank you for the Prime. Volner. Griever, thank you for the sub. Stringfellow Hawk, thank you for the 2 community subs. And Gunner, thank you for the Prime sub. Okay, let's do a dance for the 25. Okay, let's pick a song. You're sending! I don't want to dance! Oh, wait. I do not have a phone. Hey! Okay. I went over the comment that I read, so what's the point of this? Obviously, to show off my dance moves. It's a celebration for a very high number of gifted subs in appreciation. Okay, thank you. Tell me that, thank you. I was trying to think. I was like, okay, I'm like really not a great dancer. So what should I think about when I'm dancing? Because it doesn't really come naturally to me. So that was tough. Whew. We're not full yet. You can share a secret with me? Go ahead. Go ahead. I don't like going to the club. Pretend you're the only person on earth and it's your music video. Dude. You know, they say that a child's creativity begins to die as they get older because they're cursed with the realities of the world or something like that. Sometimes I feel like that. Or like every time you get sad, it kills something inside of you. I don't believe that. But I'm like, dang it! I lost that. So definitely trying to harness that. Trying to harness that. The dog was not bullying Buttercup Jr. Sam. The dog was being an idiot and almost died. What was that thing again? It was something like your imagination like starts to die, something around puberty because of a certain reason, and it was something about like being sad or something. I was like, dang, I used to have the biggest imagination as a child. And now I feel like I don't. When you watch too much porn, dang it! That can't be it. Why would that kill your imagination? That would just cause erectile dysfunction or something. It's that damn phone. Why are your eyes so red? Stop bullying me. You're not allowed to say that. Watching porn does not cause ED. Dang it, I forgot this was so full. That's something someone with ED would say. Just might not know it. I'm not high. Guys, anytime you've ever seen me, I haven't been high. I hate weed. My eyes are just red because there's something wrong with me. I'm not sure what it is. Someone a while ago did tell me, like, what to get checked at the doctor, and I was like, oh my god, thank you so much, like, I should definitely get that checked, and then I forgot, so, I don't know what's wrong with me. You're just concerned. No, my eyes are usually really red. Why do I hate weed? I'm one of those people that gets really, really paranoid. Like, super, super paranoid. And I used to try to like weed because I was like, oh, this is gonna like help with my anxiety. This is like gonna help with my depression. So in high school, I used to try. Like, before going to sleep, even though I've never really struggled with insomnia, I was like, this is gonna, like, cure my depression or something. So I would try to smoke and then go to sleep and then have the most vivid, horrible nightmares. Like, I would close my eyes and literally the opposite of being raptured. Literally, I'd close my eyes and, like, tormented by demons. And I was like, maybe this is the way it's supposed to be. So I continued to try that for a little bit longer. And every single time, it was like, literally, it was the experience of being unraptured. Like, imagine you're being raptured, and then Jesus sees you, and he's like, oh, wait, no, not that one. Go back. That was a mistake. And then you're like, no! That was my weed experience in a nutshell. So, the last time I tried was a while ago, and it was like the tiniest puff. Like, this was like a while ago. The tiniest puff ever. I didn't even think that I would feel anything. And immediately, so my eyes widened, and I'm just like, everybody here is trying to kill me. I was on a camping trip with people that I knew. It was maybe like 5 people. One of my best friends, and then like some other people that I knew. A couple of them I didn't know that well. But not like, I didn't think that they were threatening. But I like look around immediately. Everyone here is trying to kill me. This was all a plot. And my best friend brought me here as a plot to be murdered by these people. And after that, I was like, you know what? It's really not for me. It's not for me. Were they though? No, they weren't. And then I slept in the back of a truck. I slept in my friend's truck bed, like upside down, kind of. Like we were on a hill, and I slept with my head down the hill. So I woke up and my whole face was like super swollen. And I was like, please, I don't want to be high anymore. I'm so scared. And I wasn't high, but my face was super swollen. Anyway. That wasn't weed, that was psychosis. No, I get weed psychosis every time. And it's like just weed that I get that. Not that I've done like a bunch of other things, but maybe they were actually trying to kill me, and that was like the weed was trying to tell me. You know, I decided I'd just rather not know. I decided I would rather not know. They failed. The third eye perspective, guys. Smoke weed on stream subathon? I'm pretty sure that's not allowed on this site. The weed definitely guided you. I would be more open to a drinking stream, because that's all that I used to do. Back when I first started streaming was actually before I started making any other sort of content. In 2020, I would come, stream in front of the rat cage, get super drunk. Usually it was just me and like my actual personal friends viewing. And now thinking about it, I was like, I cannot believe that you guys would watch that. But I would just sit there and get drunk and play Cuphead for 8 hours. And that was the stream. And it was so peak. Yeah. It used to be. But Pluto told me you're not allowed to do streams where it, like, makes people, push you to get more drunk because you might die. So apparently that's not allowed. We won't push. Yeah, as long as I say, no, I'm doing this. I want to do this. This is my own decision. No. As long as you're not blacked. Well, triple X 420. The issue with me is, usually, in accordance with my friends, they can't really tell where I am, which is terrible, on, like, the spectrum of, like, I'm sober, I'm blacked out, up until I am blacked out. So it'll be like, I'm just chilling, and they think that I'm totally normal, and then the next second they turn, they look back, I'm thrown up in the trash can. And they're like, oh! So, apparently it's pretty difficult to tell. But, that hasn't happened too many times. You brown out? For some reason, I thought that was something about poop, but I did remember that's a real thing. Read the entire Bible and dictionary in Les Mis stream. Take a shot every time they say thou. King James Version. But I hate being hungover. So, I'd have to be in the mood for sure. Pookie Schnuck, thank you for the sub! Thank you! Did you see the password? Be honest! Were you hungover? Yes! What was it? What was it then? Type it right now. No, it wasn't that. I was not hungover really after the wedding. Surprisingly. I didn't feel awesome. Like I could tell that I was drinking. Nacho, thank you. I could tell that I had been drinking the night before, but I wasn't hungover, which was good. You know who probably was hungover? God, what was his name? Brandon. One of Oswaldo's friends from childhood that came. That guy was drunk. And then apparently he threw up at the end of the night. Poor guy. Poor guy, but it was crazy because I saw the video of him throwing up and he wasn't on the ground. He wasn't like on all fours. I was like, is this a man thing? Is this a man thing that you feel like emasculated to get on the ground? Like, why would you throw up standing like this? over the toilet. So the toilet's like 2 feet away from you and you're like this. Just get on the ground. I thought that was really crazy. I was like, who does that throwing up? Standing. I would get on the ground because I would want my like head in the bowl to prevent splashing because it'd be even worse if there's stuff all over the place. That my first thought watching that video was, why is bro standing up? Like, what the hell? Then you splash back on your face? Well, you have to, like, be able to gauge, like... I feel like splashing on your face would still be better, because you can wash your face, in my opinion. Versus, like, going all over the place. No, you have Pinterest? What the hell? I didn't know Pinterest was, like, active like that. I tried to use it a few months ago and I, like, couldn't figure it out, so I gave up. Use Pinterest? Oh, people use Pinterest? Oh, ruined by AI? No! Sam, the UMA event was in Texas. At a horse place. I'm not feeling gassy yet, but I don't think it's enough time. For dinner, we had steak, sardines in olive oil, and steamed Brussels sprouts. Do you enjoy going to the Fit Expo? Yeah, for the most part, yeah, I do. For the most part. Not broccoli. The other option was broccoli, but I chose the Brussels sprouts. One fart causer to the next. You know what did really hurt my stomach though? Yesterday I ate this giant cookie. It was like this big at the airport. That shit hurt. How do the sardines taste? I don't really know how to describe it. Kind of like tuna. They definitely don't taste bad though. These ones aren't super salty though. I have had some sardines on pizza that are like super salty, and as soon as you get a piece of the sardine, it's like boom, like salt explosion in your mouth. And also the stank of the sardine radiates throughout the whole pizza. So if you wanted a piece without sardine, tough luck. It's all radiated with sardine stank. So yep. The seed oil. Toma, it's olive oil. What? Last meal before the rapture. Yes. Yes. I'm a little nervous though because I don't have any tinfoil. This is not anti-seed oil, I don't think. Oops. Because then I'd have to care. Because then I'd have to pay attention. You know what? There's already so much going on. Can't do it. I don't want to do it. It's too much! Thank you, Nana. I was on that video. Seed oil waxing. Gotta keep your head on a swivel. You know what I used to joke about, and then I don't think people understood that I was joking, so they're like, what is all this talk? I used to joke about Red 40 a lot, because my favorite candy is, that powdered Lucas candy, and the red flavor is just like the ingredients is salt, sugar, Red 40, and it's really good. What is this? Are you trying to get me to react to the Kardashians? Is this active Kardashian propaganda in my chat right now? What are we talking about? I think this is also a bite. Can you imagine if Kris Jenner was just in my chat? Okay, I got these candies from England. Let's see if there's any red 40. No ingredients. Ingredients. Huh. There's no red 40, but it doesn't tell you how they got it this color. How did they get it that color? Prepared to a vegan recipe, suitable for vegans, not suitable for those with a milk allergy because this allergen is present in the environment. This is like, that was like so many words. That was crazy. It didn't say beet juice in there though. It said black carrot and blueberries. Oh, I'm so tired. I have to drive. No cursing. Hi, redemption. Okay, let's see how far the drive is. It's 1 hour. Lily Kelly, Lily. Oh. The Gooner Mom. What? Oh. I'm in a group chat. I don't like being in group chats. It's too much. It's too much. It's popular. Leave it. No, because what if I do decide I want to see what they're saying? One time I had this friend who left the group chat, the most dramatic drama queen ever. And then that friend, after we stopped being friends, And then they were talking shit. They weren't really talking shit about me, but they were like saying crazy things. And I was like, I didn't understand. I was genuinely one of the least problematic people in the group. Here's what it was. And this is why I was like, bro. Okay, so this was my friend a long time ago. And they wanted to date me, but I didn't want to date them. I liked them a lot, but I was like, I can't date you. They just like had a lot going on with their family. And basically the decision or the choice that they were like saying was, I'm gonna choose you over my family. And I was like, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not gonna do that. So they were very, very heartbroken. And I was like, dude, what? Yeah, they were very heartbroken, but I was just kind of like, okay, I feel like I did the right thing, and you'll realize that maybe one day, I don't know. So then we stopped being friends, because it was just, like, really, like, a difficult, awkward situation, I guess. And then, like, a year later, I heard them telling somebody else who they didn't know that this other person was friends with me. So this other person came back to me, and they were like, hey, do you know this person? And I was like, oh, yeah, like, we used to be friends, but we stopped talking. There was just, like, a falling out. It was whatever. And they were like, oh, because they were saying that you were really trying to date them, like, super hard, and they had to reject you. And I was like, what? You freaking weasel? Oh, my God. I was like, oh, my God, bro. That is not what happened. I was like, that's so crazy. Freaking L. I never even spoke bad about them. Still, I wouldn't speak bad about them. Other than them saying that. But I was like, it's whatever, dude. That's so crazy, though. It's whatever. I need to change the filter. There's like green stuff in here. What the hell? Why did that happen? Why did that happen? Why is this? This is like an almost new filter. Why is this happening? It's the green 40. Why? It's because I got the knockoff filters. Instructions, place filter into a bowl. I didn't do that. That's probably why. Leave it for 15 minutes! I don't have time for that. Dang it. Okay, so I definitely never did that before. That's ridiculous. Okay. Filter already saturated. Gently push down until submerged and air bubbles are released. Leave for 15 minutes. Fit the filter into your jug. Replace the hopper and fill with cold water. Filter through and discard. Repeat this twice more. Oh. What language is this? Czech? Polish? I did drink the cat paw water. That wasn't English. What language? Swedish? Okay. Okay. You know what I heard last week? And I was like, dang, I wish that I had the opportunity to hear that more often. So, if anyone knows anybody that fits this description, let me know. I saw a video of this girl. She was Danish, and she was speaking English, but she had a very strong Danish accent. Has anyone ever watched the Austin Powers movie, Goldmember? A schmoke and a pancake? That guy? Like a turtle? That guy? She sounded just like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, I could listen to you be like all day. I love that. Unfortunate melting accident. What was that part? Oh God, but she was like so silly. Not Canute, he's not Danish, it's a different accent. He has a different accent. This is like very specific and it's amazing. I need to have someone like that in my life immediately at all times. Not that Canute's accent isn't also great, but it's not Danish. You gotta look it up if you've never heard it before. Thick Danish accent speaking English. Or just watch Austin Powers Goldmember. It was pretty incredible. Sometimes I wonder, could I have like a person with a really thick accent different than my own accent around me all the time? Because like British people, for example, I usually find their accents quite charming. I'm like, oh my gosh, you're silly slang and you say other words and you're so silly. But would it get to a point where it's just like, if I'm having an argument, I'd be like, you sound silly, shut the frick up. You know, do you know what I mean? Like, would it start getting annoying after a certain point? Or just we couldn't have arguments because it just like couldn't take it seriously? Tuesday, isn't it? Yeah, we'll just be in a fight and I'll just be like, Tuesday, isn't it, governor? Shut up. Enough. They'd call me a wanker. And then I'd be like, ah, what did you call me? That's what happens when you watch too much porn. Don't do it. Don't do it. Immediate W. Just like, oh my gosh. Do No Fap September? Is it just like every month? Because someone else said that to me last week, Sam. And they were like, are you going to be participating in No Fap September? I was like, shut up. God, what are you talking about? Don't bring that up to me. I just fake accents in my room. Huh. One time I knew this person that I met from online. This is insane. I was very young. That I met on the internet. And this is insane. And they had a British accent, so I thought they were British. And then like 2 years later, They were like, no, I'm actually from Florida. And I was like, what? What? They were faking it for like 2 years. It was insane. It was actually so crazy. I can't believe I just remembered that. But I was like, what? It was crazy. And I'm pretty sure they still live in Florida. Yeah. It was crazy. Biggest catfish. That's a psychopath. I don't have a good British accent. That's probably why I couldn't tell that it was fake. Because I was just like, oh, okay. That's probably what it sounds like. Oh my gosh, filter check. How long has it been? I wasn't timing it. I'm just gonna put 10 minutes. I'll put 12 minutes. I mean, at that point, like, we weren't really in communication with each other, so it wasn't like that big of a deal. But when they did say that to me, I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're from Florida? No! Patty, say a prayer for me. I'm going to bed. Dear Lord, please bless Nana as they go to sleep. Please do not let them be having bad, I was going to say something else, and I changed my mind. Having nightmares, pleasant dreams only. Please don't let the bed bugs bite. And no scary monsters under their bed. Nana, don't check. I'm praying them away. May Nana wake up refreshed, full of life, ready for the rapture. Amen. Good night, Nana. Thank you for coming. May they not get eaten by bed bugs. I saw a bed bug once in a hotel. I hope everybody said amen. W. Amen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It wasn't super big. It was like this big, but it was next to a pillow. And it was pretty scary. That was many years ago, though, so it didn't follow me. That's big. Oh. Okay. Okay. I need to do the dishes. Just because a bug is in a bed doesn't make it a bed bug. What does it make it? Yes, it does. Toe reveal? Mods, please bomb that guy. You know, there's someone on my Snapchat that like every Friday will comment and be like, it's Freaky Feet Friday, show us those toes. Like every single Friday, it's the same person. It's pretty funny, actually. One day. Is the bed bug and every bug in a bed situation kind of similar to, like, you know, a house versus a home? like, this bed isn't a bed without a bug. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Hey, to you over there in Brazil. Bom dia. Oh, and now it's good night. Never mind. Okay. Snug as a bug in a bed. Exactly. W rhyme. W rhyme. W reason. Guys, how do I increase my imagination, creativity, and joy for the world? I've been really thinking about that lately. I was like, why sometimes am I like, I'm not experiencing maximum whimsy. Like, I'll hang out with people and I'll just be like, what are we talking about right now? But I wish that I was experiencing it like, wow, I love this conversation. Like, how do I don't know. Use mushrooms? Def, not alcohol. It's the people. Meditation? Def, not alcohol. Actually, guys, okay, this is actually kind of serious. Kind of actually might be a little bit fucked up. But there's like this audio on TikTok or something that says, it's from a show. It's like, are you like stupid from all the Molly you take or something? Or like something about like, is your brain fried from all the Molly you take? And okay, for the first time in my life, kind of recently, I met someone that I was like, dude, this was like I knew them and then I didn't see them for a while and then I saw them a few years later and I know that they might have like a mild, never mind, I can't say this. Yeah, it is the Euphoria sound bit. I just met someone that was cooked and I was like, whoa. But I don't know like to what degree it happens because I also have friends that used to be like heroin addicts. For many years, for a long time, addicted to things like that. And they're not like that. So I was like, I don't know. But this person, I know what their drug of choice was. I don't know. They started heroin as like, not a child. But like in high school. Yeah, they do affect people differently. Have a baby and it'll make you feel young in a way. Absolutely not. What? What? Where's Koi Sauce? I know Koi Sauce has some children. If that's true. Okay. You know when you start speaking and then like, oh, I need to stop speaking immediately. I do that a lot of times on stream. Baby ages you, if anything. That's what I've heard, that children, like, take years off of your life. They say moderation is key. I don't think that there's a key of moderation with certain things. I'm, like, super pro moderation. I'm, like, moderation mentality with food. Fentanyl. Heroin. I don't know. That might be none of it. Sorry. Any advice on anxiety? I probably don't have the best advice. I do have pretty high anxiety. But I've been noticing recently, I don't know if it's like my brain developing or something. You're constantly locked in. I don't know. Sometimes I'll just be like this. I'll be like, I'll wake up. First of all, when I wake up, that's when I feel the most anxious. I'm like, immediately I open my eyes. I'm like, ah, That's exactly how I wake up every morning. And then I like get the day started, and then it usually starts to chill out after that. But recently I've been noticing I'll just start appreciating life. And I feel like it's so ironic. It's like a mindset thing. I used to struggle a lot. Hey, Cherry, welcome! I used to struggle a lot with being like, oh my god, I hate life. Like, there's a lot of things that I am working on. For example, I don't really find joy in anything. Hopefully this is not too deep. But like, I don't really find joy in anything. I don't really find anything terribly exciting or amazing or awe-inspiring. And I think that's terrible. But on a positive note, I have recently been just being like, instead of like, oh my god, I hate everything freaking sucks, I'll be like, life is actually pretty chill. Like, we're just kind of like vibing. Like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, we're just vibing. Like, let's just vibe, guys. And that's really been helping me. So, maybe that's my advice. Take it with a grain of salt. No highs, no lows. Filter check. Thank you, Ryolink. We have 2 minutes left. Yeah, anyway. My therapist, I've said this, my therapist said, hey, I think that's a symptom for something. And I was like, actually, the kids these days are calling it being a stoic omega. So maybe enter the Yowieverse because you're out of it. You don't know what you're talking about. You're out of the times. Get with it. This is just the way that a stoic omega lives. Soft Pink! Good night. We survived the rapture. Well, fingers crossed. It doesn't happen while you're sleeping and you're farting in your sleep. How embarrassing would that be? It's like that. It's very similar to self-diagnosis. It's very similar to that last time we had a really big earthquake. Here in California, we had a pretty big earthquake. I think it was like a 5.7 or maybe like a 7. I don't know. It was pretty big. My house was shaking, and sorry if this is TMI, but I was on the toilet. I was sitting on the toilet scrolling on my phone, and the whole house starts shaking. I'm like, oh, we're having an earthquake. Because I'm from California, and I've been through a bunch of earthquakes, and bigger ones than that, actually. But I was like, oh, we're having an earthquake. And then I sat there for like a few more seconds, and I was like, oh, hell no, I gotta pull up my pants, because if I die right now, there is no shot that I'm gonna die on the toilet, and then they're gonna unearth me from inside my house, and they're gonna be like, she was freaking pooping! Oh, what a loser! So, yeah, I couldn't have that happen. Anyway, very similar, Soft Pink. Hopefully that doesn't happen while we're sleeping, huh? Yeah. American houses aren't earthquake proof, not like Japan. Ryulink, actually our houses here in California are built different. I don't know how much I'd say proof, but they are built different than other places in the United States because not everywhere here has earthquakes, but we have it here. I like to think frequently about the 1906 San Francisco quake. Really freaked everything up. Really caused a lot of mayhem. So much mayhem, in fact, there were so many people who passed away during that event, they had to outsource the burying. So if you go to Koreatown in LA, fun fact, there's a lot of people buried in those cemeteries there in Koreatown from the 1906 earthquake. Yeah, fun fact. Yeah, and also in one of those cemeteries, I found an iPod once. I did take it. I don't know. It wasn't like an offering. It was not an offering. I did not take it off of a grave. I think someone just lost it. And I was like, oh my god, free iPod! So I took it and I listened to the music, and it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure I still have the iPod. Yeah. I realize now saying that it sounds like maybe it would seem like I stole something off a grave, but I didn't. Hopefully. Now thinking about it, maybe I did. It wasn't on a grave. Okay, my alarm didn't go off, but this is done. Now, next step. What songs were on it? There was like some Spanish songs, and there was also like a lot of Britney Spears. So, low-key, it was a banger. A banger find? I should really look for that. I feel like it's in my car. Okay, now we fill it up a couple of times. I think you're supposed to reset this. Okay. Really need to look for those iPods. I felt like it was a blessing. You know what? I felt like it was perhaps destiny. What kind of tripod do I use? I don't know. The $20 one off Amazon. This one's actually kind of freaky. It's like very stable. It's more stable than my other ones. But it's almost too stable sometimes. This is the other one I have. I have two of these ones. I like this one. It's a lot less stable. This part is slightly off center, so a lot of times the phone will like tilt crooked. Pretty freaky! Yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay. Is my house haunted? I don't think so. They didn't tell me if anyone died in here, so I'm pretty sure you have to disclose that. I don't have a basement. I don't think a lot of houses in my area have basements. I also don't think I have an attic. Got gypped. Barely got anything. Didn't get any of the cool parts of the house. That you know of. Yeah, there is actually a secret space under the stairs that I just recently discovered. You can't fit in there, but cats can fit in there, unfortunately. I wish I had a basement. Also. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think if my parents have an attic. I don't think they do, but they have like a space in between the floors. Like they have a 2-story, so like in between the second and the first floor, there's like a little bit of extra space. I think it's very small. I think they have that. The 1.5 floor, exactly. The BDSM dungeon? No está aquí. Ain't got one. You look like a young ass old lady. What do you mean by that? Have you guys ever seen that woman that was building like a mine shaft under her house, but then she got stopped because it wasn't in code, so she got in trouble, and then she started building a castle? Pretty cool. That is mad dangerous. She did get it approved. What? Last time I saw, last week, I don't know what the video was, but yeah, she was moving a lot of rocks. My parents' house is pretty old, but it's not like super old. I think it's from, it's not that old. I think it was originally from the 50s, and then they built more around it. So I don't think it's haunted. Do you guys want to see these new shoes that I got? I just heard something move down there. I'll be right back up with them. Sam, would I radically change my hairstyle? Maybe. I've done that before. It usually just entails cutting off all my hair. They're not lifting shoes. Let me show you. They're super cute! I'm so excited. Okay, I was watching this TikTok about someone saying if you want to wear like really comfortable heels, you should get salsa shoes. And I was like, what a smart idea. So I went on Amazon and got some salsa shoes. They're actually like, I probably should have got half a size bigger, but I feel like these socks are kind of thick. Look how cute! They're a little bit too tight on my feet right now, but hopefully they stretch out. So I go, hey, yay! Hey! 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 Yay! So, that's pretty cool. W! That's pretty cool. And they were only like 25 bucks on Amazon. So I'm pretty stoked. Professional upstairs neighbor activities. I just have to wear kind of thin socks. Pretty stoic, yeah. What can I say? Okay, our water filter. Okay, now I pour it out and then do this whole thing 2 more times. Trying to think what else I want to eat. Thank you, Che, for the clip. Why don't I get a jug and boil the water? Why would I do that? What? What are you talking about? What? What? Like for filter reasons? Yeah, my tap water's not great. So, yeah. My favorite kind of water is reverse osmosis water, though. I wish I had reverse osmosis water in my house. My parents have that. I love going over to their house and just drinking up all the water. Muy delicioso. You know what I'm saying. I definitely need to eat more food today. That is a Brita. What What do you guys mean? Go for some hose water. Hose water is good. Similar to if you go to like a feed barn and get the 50-pound bag of carrots. They're the best carrots you'll ever have. I think it's the dirt. It's the dirt and like the super high amounts of, what are those things that they put on fruits and vegetables that are supposed to be bad? GMOs. Oh my gosh. They're the best carrots. They're so good. They're so good. You gotta keep the dirt on them. Yeah. Pesticides. Yeah. Pesticides. It's like the demonization of, what's that, like, spice? HMO or something? What is it? What? MSG. Yes, it's like MSG. Yes, but on the carrots, it's so good. Yeah. Oh. Let's see. Oh. Group chats are so difficult. Do we grow anything on the family farm? Not really currently. Oh, there's like some things growing. Like there's pomegranates, there's grapes. Water filter. It's almost done. Thank you. Pomegranates, grapes. Eggs from the chickens. It's not really growing. Yeah, it's more of a ranch, definitely. It's more of a ranch. And then like we used to do other things. Like we used to process more meat. We used to process more meat. Rabbits, chickens, turkeys. During the holiday season, we do usually have some turkeys for sale. Pigs, kind of. The bigger animals are kind of a pain in the ass to process, so we don't usually do that very much. Chad, you're coming to the ranch? Ranch hand activities, helping with the chores and such. Yeah, you can buy a chicken for cheaper than 12 eggs, but hopefully it's a hen. Otherwise, all you get is a pain in the ass and no eggs. Pookie is banished to the farm for now. And then I kind of feel like I want to move. It's kind of really difficult to have him here. Because I need more space for him to like be free. Or like a friend or something. Because I feel bad whenever I'm not here, he's just like alone. At least there he has company. He has his peers, kind of. And he's so bald right now. No, he's not sick. I've just been traveling too much. So obviously he can't stay here while I'm not here. Because how's it going to eat? How's it going to poop? So, I'm pretty glad that he went bald not at my house, though. Because last year he went bald at my house. And pig hair is not like animal fur. You cannot just, like, get rid of it very easily. It's thick and it infiltrates. It was very difficult to get out of the seats of my car. I had to like pull each hair by hand. Yeah. Very difficult. Are supersets better than regular sets? Of course, they're called super. No, I'm just kidding. No, not necessarily. Actually, some people say it's just like waste junk volume. I wouldn't say it's junk volume necessarily, but it's definitely not inherently better, in my opinion. I don't do it. I don't do that. Usually. Can be good cardio. Yeah, just don't freaking do it. There's a couple people at my gym that will superset like every single machine, and it freaks me out. Like, obviously they also have just as much right to the gym and the machines as anybody else in there, including myself. But I just feel like if you're gonna superset every single machine, you're freaking me out. Like, choose something. You're stressing people out because I never know like what machine you're gonna pick. It's too much. I'm sorry. No, it's too much. There's like a couple people that at my gym that I'll see, and like every workout is a full body workout, which there's nothing wrong with that. I used to do that too. But they'll superset with everything. And my gym is really small, so there's only like one machine of each thing. So you can't really like afford, like if you're supersetting the whole gym, you just need a private gym. You just need like your own gym. It's too much. I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom again. I feel like I need some ice cream. I don't think I would have my own gym. Oh shit, what the hell? I did not get raptured. Whoa! I got left behind. My ultimate fear as a child. When the wind is too still and it's too quiet outside, that's when you know you've been left behind. Oh no. Oh. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and then I'll get ice cream. Don't go anywhere. Sam, I was thinking about, I saw the question you asked about the pixie cut, and a picture came up on my Snapchat memories the other day, and my hair was like this short. And I was like, damn, I didn't even remember it being like that short. But it was like super short, like a pixie. It was like basically a pixie cut. And, yeah, thank you, I'm back. I didn't remember it being that short. The first time I ever cut my hair that short, I was in a relationship with a person. My hair was longer. And then I cut my hair, kind of by accident. I just like kept messing up and it kept getting shorter. And then that partner did end up cheating on me. And the whole time I was like, dude, it was that damn haircut! Which obviously it was not. But I was like, dude, dang it! Very unfortunate. It was. Nah, it's better than it was then. Also, I was just like kind of pissed off. I was kind of pissed off because the person that they cheated on me with looked just like their mother. So I was like, this is some Oedipus bullshit, bro. That's literally your mom. That's actually your mom's, but younger. They look just like this person's mother. So I was like, oh, that's why it wasn't me. Because I don't look like your mom. And then the next person they dated after that, they ended up not dating that person. For obvious reasons. Not for obvious reasons, that could happen. But they didn't date that person. But then the person they dated after that also looked just like their mom. So I was like, dude, no, you got like a mom thing going on. Like for sure. Like for sure, you got a mom thing going on. And then they ended up getting... Okay, well, I was using like gender neutral pronouns, but they ended up getting someone pregnant. And that person, so obviously you know. And that person that they got pregnant didn't look like their mom. And I was like, as fate would have it, this is clearly, also, this is really fucked up, but just my observation of this person's relationship, I can kind of like tell like they don't fuck with their partner, which is very sad. Like I feel super bad for her, but I'm like, it's because she doesn't look like your mom! Like, dude, that's why that happened! You had to stick with the mom thing, and you didn't! And now you're doomed for the rest of your life. Ex-gossip is always fun. Yeah. Yeah. I've had some crazy ex-lore. Life goes on, though. No, that's terrible. I feel so bad for her. I mean, my life goes on. I was like, holy freaking W, dude. Holy. If that was my life, no, thank God that wasn't me. Holy moly, dude. That would have been horrific. I mean, my life goes on. You know what I mean? Like, hey. That freaking sucks, though. So, condolences. Filter tech. Thank you, Rylink. Of course, wish. Literally, my life going on was like KDB at the streamer games when she hit that half court. I think that I could date someone with the last name of a parent. Last name? First name? Holy shit. No, first name. I don't think that would be too weird. The first name. Because I don't call my parents by their first name like that. Pause, guys. I did not mean to say last name. Okay, I'm gonna have one of these Greek yogurt bars. Ladies, please. Well, my mom has a name that doesn't really have nicknames, but it's fairly uncommon. My dad has a pretty common name that I see frequently. But a lot of nicknames. Yummy ice cream! Yum! I forgot to show you guys the box. caramel flavor. It's very delicious. I'm documenting what I'm eating today to post for Instagram. But I feel like eating this, someone's gonna be like, oh, you're eating one of those crazy diet foods. Oh, restrictive. It's the only ice cream that I had. I just want some ice cream. I don't have any other ice cream. Yummy. Can you imagine if I went all the way to freaking the ice cream shop for this? I was about to say something. Oh. It's pretty buzz. Okay, what I was gonna say was, hey! Do I not have a Ninja Creamy? No! What the flip? Gosh. Those are actually pretty fire though. And they also catch on fire apparently. Look out! Uh-oh! How am I supposed to know that's in your giant kitchen? That's the whole thing. It ends right there. That's the whole thing. I had to get this this mini coffee pot because the regular size ones are low-key too big. But I didn't realize this filter was for regular size coffee pots, so it's too big. So every morning when I make my coffee, I have to put this in between so it keeps the top down, so the coffee makes properly. That reminds me to bring this to my sleepover. Damn it, what was I gonna say? I keep forgetting. The creamy is definitely worth it though. Mm-hmm. Let me think. Oh! I was gonna say, because we were talking about like eating the diet things and then people being like, oh, that's an eating disorder, whatever. Maybe controversial opinion, but I do believe that each person's triggers are truly their own problem. And whenever I see someone online who like very clearly does have an eating disorder, I'm not like one of those people that's like, you have an eating disorder! Because like, first of all, they probably already know, okay? Probably, they literally know what they're doing. They are aware. So, what is that doing? But, even when it's like a really bad one, I have an eating disorder, it's called peanut butter, bruh. Even when someone's like deep in their disorder and they know what they're doing, and it can be like super triggering. It's just like, if you're triggered, like you really gotta freaking pull yourself up by your bootstraps and realize that is literally your problem. Just because they're able to indulge in their illness doesn't mean you should, is the thing. That's the thing. Because back when I was younger and I had an eating disorder, it would almost be like envy. I'm just like, why can that person do it? Why are they allowed to do it, but I can't do it? When I do it, I have to be sent away. But actually, in reality, it was a blessing. Probably saved my life. So, but yeah, that was how I felt as like a kid. And I was like, ah! I want to do that, but I'm not allowed to. They send me off. They send me off. It's okay. How can you tell if tap water is good or not? Sam, well, you can do like a test with it, but some of the water in certain areas around where I live, like, for example, I think it's Lake Forest or like around, no. La Mirada, around there. Disgusting. No offense if you live there. I can taste the metals. Heavy. Heavy. Near LA. Well, people already know I live in SoCal. One time, I DoorDash Taco Bell and McDonald's at the same time. Sorry to tell you, but that actually just means you're goated. So congrats. Yay! Hey! Why do I not have BTTV emotes? I don't know how to do many things. So I don't know what that means. She's humble too. No, I don't know what that means. Like, that wasn't a humble moment. That was a bruh moment. But Sony, thank you for calling me out. I appreciate that. I don't know what that means. Sam, what's the lore behind Me llamo Patricia? Me gusta bailar con los chicos. In high school I took Spanish, and actually it was my friend. My friend said that, but when she said it with her name. However, she hates the internet. So I feel like if I even just said her name on the internet, she would actually have like an aneurysm. So I therefore changed it to my name to protect her identity. Yeah. Hola. Me llamo Patricia. Me gusta bailar con los chicos. Her ears would start burning. She'd literally wake up cold sweat out of her sleep. Ah! My name! And I never hear the end of it. So. Dolly! Hey, what was that? Can't see it there. If I showed her on stream, she would literally die, probably, yeah. She did play Cuphead with me once. When I first got Cuphead, I was like, you gotta try this shit out. You gotta see this. And so she tried it. Back in 2020. Back in the golden years. I was just thinking about today. I was like, damn. Obviously, I feel like a lot of people have like rose-colored glasses about the past. And they'll always think like, well, they might think like it was worse or it was better, but you know, the current is always like the worst. At least if you have like the type of mind that I have. Unfortunately, sorry for you. But I feel like objectively, I personally really enjoyed 2020. And so I was thinking about it today, and I was like, dude, frick. I enjoyed that time period of my life. Dang it! And now here we are. Sad you can't bench no more. I could bench, but I would just like hurt my shoulders, surely. Yes, the year of the pandemic. I feel like it went two ways for people. Literally the worst period of their entire life. Horrific. Or freeing. The world is ending, so everything's okay. That's where I was. You freaking rocked. I did have a job. I didn't lose the job. I lost my job, and then I got another job. So I got a different job. I liked the job. The job was pretty chill. I got drunk and played video games when I wasn't at my job. It was great. I felt free. I just ran for like 6 hours every day. You enjoyed 2004? When World of Warcraft came out and I was chubby having a jolly time. I never had a World of Warcraft experience. It was stolen from me. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I used to be a David Goggins type, kind of. Kind of. Not really. Only for a very brief period. Only when I was trying to win money. There was this opportunity I had. Oh my God. There was this opportunity I had where if you won fitness challenges, they would give you money. And I was like, oh my God. Too easy! No offense. When I saw what I had to do, so I did what I had to do, and back then I had to wake up at like 5 in the morning and freaking do $1,000. So I did that. So that wasn't really like David Goggins. That was like, I need money. Now I'm the David Goggins type. Deadbeat dad to Pookie. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't attack me. You look tired. Immediately attacked. What the hell? Hachiro, you can't say that! No! Don't tell David Goggins! He's gonna find me! And yell at me! Or something, I don't know. I don't know what he does. I don't know what his thing is. I think it's yelling. She's a little eepy, low-key manic. Okay, so remember earlier in the stream when I said that anytime you guys have ever seen me, I've never been high? What I meant to say was I've never been on weed, because I would never do that. There was one time many years ago on the stream where I was slightly intoxicated. And someone in the chat, but it wasn't like obvious. Like it wasn't obvious. It was not obvious. But someone in the chat, they don't show up anymore, was like, oh my god, dude, Patty's high. She's literally high right now. This is so crazy. And I was. So that killed my high. And I was like, dude, frick you. You literally just killed my high. So then I ended the stream. Like it actually like it actually really pissed me off. I was like, how could you say that? How could you kill my vibe? And I was playing Cuphead and I was having like a really good time. And as soon as he started saying that, I was like, guys, I have to end the stream. Like, something just happened. Something just came up and I have to end the stream. Like, I have to go. And then all my mods were texting me and they were like, what's wrong? And I was like, nothing. I just don't want to play anymore. Yeah, it was crazy. I still think about that. So that's also why I like don't want to be intoxicated on stream anymore, because I think I would get paranoid, or like someone would be like, oh my god, like you're literally sloshed right now, and I would be sloshed. I'd be like, no, I didn't say that. How could you point out the obvious? Don't do that. I'd clip it. Toast, I feel like you were probably there when that was happening. Okay, I think this is the last time. I think this is the last thing. Weed is too strong nowadays. Okay, I don't like do drugs, but sometimes I wish that I could go back in time when the drugs were pure and experience that. Because I feel like now you really, like, obviously I'm saying, like, don't do drugs, like, oh my god, dare, just say no, you know what I mean? But it's because everything has fentanyl in it. So it's like, you're literally gonna die! Like, you're actually gonna freaking die! So it's just scary. But like back in the day, when the drugs were pure, how awesome would that have been? Like, it's too late. Like, it's too late. Like, you guys don't do drugs. You know, just say no. Like, you can't do it. Like, it's too late. But imagine, back in the day. God. Like the 60s and the 70s, yeah. Yeah. You live in downtown San Francisco, it's disgusting. I've only been to San Francisco a couple of times, and the one time I went down and I was hanging out on that hill with the coconuts, my friends found some pure drugs at a music festival last weekend. That's so crazy. That one time, Coconut Hill, yes. That was the first, and actually, no, not the only. There have been times since. But that was the first time someone approached me in the wild and was like, do you want some drugs? And I was like, oh, whoa, this is happening. I didn't know. No, whoa. I was like super shocked. I was like, what? They came up. I was just sitting there by myself, waiting for my friends to show up. And they were like, you look like you enjoy acid. And I was like, oh, I was like, oh no, like, thank you so much. I don't have any cash on me. And then thank God they weren't like, no, like, I take Venmo. You can sell me that shit. I was like, no, get out of here. But yeah, I was just kind of like thinking about that after. I was like, what do you mean? Like, what? I look like I enjoyed that? Yeah, you can trust me. I'm not a fed. I was like, what? Yeah. And then they walked away. And that was the end of the interaction. It was crazy. The ego death. I looked like super, like even more normal than I look now. Like I looked very normal. Like SpongeBob when he becomes round. Okay. As soon as this water's done, I'm gonna drink some water. I have to freaking drive to Los Angeles. It's a blessing though. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. I get to hang out with my friends. It's a blessing. Oh, hour drive. Hour isn't bad. You're right. The hour is not bad. Don't look in there. Shoni, driving to LA is ass. That's why I waited. That's why I waited for the traffic to go away. So it wouldn't be as bad. Trey, it depends where you go in LA. There are some places, oh, low-key, actually, the 405 gets crazy at 3 a.m. Like, they like, shut down the whole thing. Randomly. In, like, the wee hours of the morning. So you have to time it just right. Before they, like, flip the world and everything's weird. Anyway, Che, it depends where you go. Because there have been times where, like, the traffic will be so bad, I'm like, I could actually walk faster than this. It's like 30 minutes to go 3 miles. Apparently a semi-truck exploded on the highway and was shut down for an hour. I feel like that's not even uncommon for the 405, though. Low-key. Low-key. That's terrible. I hope no one was hurt, though. That's what I meant to say. That was my initial reaction. I'm not going to meet anti-technology friend in LA. Anti-technology friend would not live in LA. Sam. Anti-technology friend. That's all I have to say. The water's pretty good. Let's have some more. Mark Nolo, thank you for the sub. The Blue Wolf, thank you for the Gigantified. Where did I leave off? Damon Hat, thank you for the resub. We got a Hydrate Redemption. Zane in the Cut, thank you for the resub. Ah! And the Miss Motion, thank you. Thank you. I needed that. Lucas, thank you for the resub. Been together for 12 months. That's 1 whole year. Lucas, thank you. I appreciate you, Lucas. It's just Kyle, bro. Thank you for the 5 gifted community subs. Thank you. And a stretch redemption from an hour ago. Sorry I'm a little bit late. Stretch. Little Fireys, thank you for the sub. Echo Chloe, thank you for the raid. Welcome, Raiders, from 35 minutes ago, if anyone's still here. Thank you. Hey. Anonymous Gifter with a gifted community sub. Thank you, Anonymous Gifter. And Mr. Mishap with 5 more community gifted. Thank you, Mr. Mishap. And then we entered a hype train, and then I think we exited the hype train. And another stretch redemption. I feel like I need to eat more, but I don't really want to, so I don't think I'm going to. I need to. Frick, I need to lock in. I know, right? Right as I was reading? Wow! Misa Moose Alive! Thank you for the raid! Welcome, Raiders! Just happened this minute! Thank you, Misa Musa! W! Thank you! Welcome! Bienvenidos a la casa de Pet! I am gonna make another snack because I have to freaking lock in, and by lock in, I mean just eat enough protein. Because I went basically a week. I discovered the Tom Collins, as some of us saw. Went crazy. And then had no protein for like a week. So that sucks. You met me. Where? You don't have to say. What? Rafa said I was gonna be the most drunk. That's because last time me and Rafa hung out at a party, I was the most drunk. And it was horrible. I pulled a Brandon, and I was super embarrassed because I was hanging out with like people that I hadn't hung out before. And the Arnold! Oh, yay! Misa Musa! Thank you! Yay! Yay! Good to see you again. Yay! No, I was hanging out with people that I hadn't hung out before, and one of the people was, Barbie. I think her full name is Barbie666. But we were talking, like, before the party, and she was talking about, like, you know when someone just, like, can't hold their alcohol? And I was like, oh my god, what a freaking loser! This guy! Not usually, but that night. So I was like, dude, oh my god, she probably thinks I'm a loser! But now I don't think she thinks I'm a loser. I think she's very nice. I like her a lot. So that's why I was like, dude, I freaking suck! I suck! But I had not partaken in any alcohol in like a long time, so I was very much looking forward to this party, and I was like, I know what my intentions are. I was locked in. And my intentions went a little overboard, but that's why I was not the drunkest at the wedding. Also because I definitely had way too much. Anyway, let's make a smoothie. There's always next time. Ugh. Not with Barbie though, not with Barbie. I can't look like a freaking loser. Okay. Smoothie! Dude, this usually has a little thing to open it, but this one... When are you gonna see me in the ring? Guys, I don't want to get punched in the face. Please. You see my nose? You see that? It's very bony. I have a very bony nose. I got a big bone nose. Big bone. Does not enjoy being punched. Dang it. She's fighting for her life every day. Yikes. 226. I had to put it back because my measure died. I had to turn it back on. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna record like this. W. Gorilla No. The griller. And the new fresh water. Okay, then I have to go. Water in a jug. Okay. Okay, yeah. Gorilla Wine does have that one supplement that I'm like, I don't want to freaking promote this. But it's Locked and Loaded or something. Locked and Loaded, when they came out with it, I was like, what is the reason? What? What? I don't know. I thought it was weird. I love Gorilla Mine though. Code beef. Whoa. Silva Soul Surfer. I don't know if there was a message prior to that. What the message was. That was a nice comment that I just read. I appreciate that. But it literally sounded like a fortune cookie. That was a very interesting read. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay. Let me log. Gorilla Mine, 2 scoops. Not a Tom Collins today. Okay. I'm locked in. Guys, it's not chunky. This is just sticking to the side. Ignore that. It's fine. I'm not full. Sometimes I just like get bored of eating, which I think is like not a terrible issue to have. The macros are not super crazy today. There's probably too much protein than what I needed, though. I've had apparently 173 grams of protein today. I don't need that much. That's too much for me. No, I'm not gonna die, but I might get acne. I actually downloaded Uma Musume onto my phone to play it because I was like, I need to like know the lore. I didn't get very far. You saw me 10 years ago? Impossible. I didn't exist 10 years ago. I wasn't even on this earth 10 years ago. But greetings to you over there in Germany. Hey! I'm not 10 years old though. I'm not a minor. That's not what I meant. I just spawned as already an adult. I just skipped the rest of it. I descended to Earth. Soak it up while you can, guys. I descended to Earth, and when it is my time, I will be raptured up. So, yes! Enjoy your time with me while you can. Thank you. I will ascend. I descended originally. I will be ascending once again. I will be returning to the abyss. Toast, why would I get chosen? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Toast. Holy shit, not that I've seen bigger comment. No! You can't say that! You can't say that! Yes, I do stream. Yay, thank you for coming. Replacing the guy that holds the earth on his shoulders, Atlas? That's me. Patlas. What's my strongest lift? Out of like all of them? I'm not sure. I'm not sure how to gauge. Cheese Doors! Thank you for the birthday wishes. Hey, Zen Gamer. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Che. Yeah, the heaviest deadlift I've ever done. For reference, I do pull conventional. 345 was the heaviest. It's not like super crazy. At the time that I pulled that, I think I weighed... Technically, on the weigh-in day, I weighed 129, so I weighed like 130. I feel like if I hadn't absolutely destroyed my shoulders and had known how to program bench, the bench could have been crazy. Because I benched 185 in 2022 when I weighed like maybe 120. Which I feel like also for not really benching was pretty crazy for like not really benching back then. But then I never got past 185. Like I benched 185 a few more times, but the programming I guess was just like not good and I just destroyed my shoulders. So, L. Hit up Mr. Flex. I know, Joey Flex, Jay, but now I'm scared. I'm over it right now. I'm like, ugh. Cooked, bro. So, we'll see. Hey, Hymn of Death! Thank you! What a special mystical birthday message! Thank you, Hymn of Death. My shoulders actually feel fine now. Granted, I have not benched in a long time. And I actually have not hit more than like 2 or 3 upper body workouts in like a month and a half. So my shoulders feel great. However, my neck hurts all the time. Especially when I bench, squat, and deadlift. I don't think I can handle that. The neck is a scary thing to hurt. Hey! Thank you! From Alberta! Thank you. That was a SpongeBob reference? Holy W, him of death. I didn't even catch that. Fake fan over here. Me. Hachiro, I don't know if it's a nerve thing. It might be, because the first time something happened with it was 2022, I think. I literally woke up, like, paralyzed. I think it might be a muscle tightness thing, actually. Rafa was helping me. Rafa still freaking owes me 4 more therapy sessions, physical therapy, because I was using him. But then he freaking moved away. He might be coming back, though. Do I have a tongue tie? Please don't ever mention that again. MK Ultra Toast. I don't think so. Ew, don't look at that. Oh my god. I'm gonna go look by myself. I don't know. I didn't like looking at that. Ah! Okay, I have to drive. Let me check the group chat. Hey! I might stream in LA. We'll see. We'll see. Respond with only emojis. The thing is, for me, being in group chats, is I usually never say anything ever anyways. And, like, I have been in a couple group chats. There was one group chat I was in for, like, 4 years. And I didn't say anything. The entire time. And I'm fairly certain a lot of people didn't know that I was in there. Because a lot of people were saying some crazy ass shit. Like, not necessarily about me, but like in general. And they would say some stuff and I was like, this was this was for a company. So it was like other creators. I was like, you guys think you're only amongst friends right now. However, there is a D1 hater and instigator amongst you. And you should not be messaging shit like that in a group chat of well over like 100 people. Like, that's fucking insane. The stuff that some people would send. They did not know that I was in there. Also, yeah, it was like an old thing. And I'm pretty sure because the company at the time was just all men. There was only men in there. No offense, men, but if you are a man, I feel like you know that sometimes men can be interesting creatures. And I was like, they don't know there's a woman amongst. They were sending insane shit. But, I mean, if I was gonna call those people out, though, plotting beef patty, literally. It literally wouldn't even be like a shock, though. Because it's the people that have already been called out for other things and, like, canceled multiple times, but then they just, like, never disappear, so they're not canceled. So I wouldn't even want to do that. But I was just like, dude, you're, like, actually a humongous... We're not talking shit about all men, but some... I mean, you know, there's people of any gender who are crazy. But, like, some of the stuff they were sending, I'm like, dude, You're a psycho. Don't do that. Take this guy's phone away. Take this guy's phone away. Ref, do something. Anyway. I really do be that damn phone. Low key though, if we were still in the era with no phones and whatnot, like no technology, it could be even crazier. It could be even crazier. You could get away with a lot of stuff. Stuff you can't get away with now because they're watching and they're listening. We wouldn't have lean beef though. Hey! Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay, I have to drive. I cannot put this off any longer. And we got a Hydrate Redemption. Okay. Let's see who else is alive right now. Okay. We will raid Daff as they're actually creating art right now. So let's go do that if you guys want to watch some art. Thank you for coming. Hopefully, I'll be able to go live in LA. We'll see. Hopefully, it's not like Vegas where there's just like negative freaking service everywhere. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck in LA. Wish me luck in the drive. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Where am I looking? Hello? Oh. What? Oh, I guess I can't raid her. I guess she got herself off the freaking raiding capability. She said, no one is allowed to raid me. Oh, wait, yeah. Oh, here. Let's try. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye, Sam. Thank you.